All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the New York Jets. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. Look the outlook. I got him. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch.
This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
It's a second down run with Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3 and out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 3
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. He's got a first down and more past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line.
First down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. But nice pickup for a first down.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll go back to the ground with Bell, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On play action, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
You got nothing yet. You got nothing.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Fights through him. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he connects with Ertz. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's caught by Jackson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
4 down, 4 down. Save. No, check that.
They'll drop the throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
We're scoreless after 1.
Let's go. Here we go. Watch the run.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Caught here by Griffin. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll try to right side with Bell. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Y'all playing the wrong football. He's coming wrong.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Bell trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wentz to throw. Caught here by Bell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
A 34-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Deep ball for Goodwin. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught by Jackson. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 8. Eluding the pressure right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point up and through, and it's now 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on third? They're going to look to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Hayward. 53.
To set up a throw. He'll hit Jackson complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
Come on now, let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 2, Wentz. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Go. Go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Watch the pass.
Throwing now is Wentz. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And Sanders has got it complete. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this go deep for and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 44. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown.
And that's caught inside the 35. Give them 32 on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear the quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run with Sanders. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Corey Clement, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Check, girls. Check your shoot. Shoot. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Here's Bell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. From just shy of midfield, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
It's just me and you. It's just me. 74. Sunday. Check right, 54. 22 jet bombers. Bang.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Sunday.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Just waiting.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 44, Wentz, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now Wentz. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jackson. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Jackson's got it over the middle. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. All right. Yeah, Jim. Hey, let's get there.
He'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from second and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
And now here's another interception. Marcus May with a pick. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now Bell. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. You got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Jets on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. The first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. From the 24, Wentz flushed out right. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. On 3rd down, here's Cannon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Mike 52, Mike 52. All day, punt. Mike 52, Mike.
Back to throw now on first down. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. They go play action here on first down. It's caught by Jackson. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now back to throw. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd? And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They tried run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many